Hey everyone, today doing the same ranked doubles battles as normal for Pokemon Sword and Shield, but with a twist. Instead of me trying to talk as I play, I've pre-recorded these videos and I just want to see how confident I feel talking after the facts. See if it makes a better video. Let me know if it does. Down in the comment section below and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Let's get to the battles, shall we? Alright, so battle 1 is against Yveltal, Solgaleo, Regieleki, Tapu Fini, Incineroar, and Mimikyu. Obviously, against Yveltal and Incineroar, I can't use Prankster moves against them because of their dark typing. Also, Tapu Fini's Misty Surge, getting up the Misty Terrain, stops my ability to actually burn opposing Pokemon. But all at the same time, I've got to respect all the other Pokemon, and if they were to go Mimikyu, Solgaleo, it is a massive risk. So I decided to go Sableye, Thundurus, Calyrex, and Zacian, because I can at the very least get a trick off onto the Solgaleo if they lead with it, taking away the possible weakness policy, and hopefully their way of steamrolling the game. So they sent out Mimikyu and Yveltal. So obviously, like I've already said, I can't Prankster move the Yveltal, and Mimikyu can have Trick Room, and I want to be able to respect that as best as I can, but I also want to deal as much damage into the Yveltal, because it's a Pokemon I don't want to go up against with my Calyrex. So it's a little bit of a rock and a hard place, and in all fairness, this turn, there's an argument that I've made a misplay, but I wasn't confident that the foul play was going to knock out the Mimikyu, because I'd have to attack Mimikyu with Thundurus to break its disguise, and then hope that foul play deals enough damage into it to knock it out. So instead, I decide to go foul play into Mimikyu, get the disguise that way, and then I can max lightning. Then I can max lightning from there onto the Yveltal, hopefully dealing a lot of damage to it. So Yveltal max guards, which just means that my max lightning is going to do nothing. So a bit of a waste of a Dynamax turn, but it is what it is, and you got to just deal with the cards that you're given. But I can take some form of pride that I got rid of the disguise. In all fairness, if it was Thundurus and Zacian, I would have taken that Mimikyu out so quickly. This turn though, I decided to burn the Mimikyu and give it a good dose of max lightning. The reason for this is, sure, there's like a argument of why burn, it's a bit of a waste of a move, but Mimikyu is a physical attacker. If I get the burn off, I'm halving its damage output, meaning that it's not going to do as much damage into me at all. And I'd rather achieve that. That damage would have been doubled. If that damage was doubled, I wouldn't be surviving this attack. So, me getting out that burn when I did, allowed Thundurus to take out the Mimikyu. Just watch. So yeah, awesome. That's bye-bye Mimikyu. Unfortunately, as we're about to see, Life Orb. So I've only got 2 turns to burn my Dynamax. It's a little bit of a problem, but it's not the end of the world. Again though, unfortunately, it's either Calyrex or Zacian, so it's a matter of picking the better evil, and Zacian is super strong into Yveltal, but they send out Incineroar. Now, here's... No. So I get the Intimidate off, which is the problem that I had with Incineroar. I didn't want to be intimidated, but if I sent anything else in, they were going to swap it out for Incineroar. I haven't looked to see how many more Trick Room turns there are. 3 left. So I'm trying to figure out what my next play is. And I decide that Foul Play and Protect are the best way to go, because that Incineroar could fake out Zacian, it could also Flare Blitz it. And I go for the fake out. And knock out Sableye. So there's a few plays I could have done better. I could have had a nicer start into their team, but I don't really think that was going to help me out at the end. I could have tricked Lagging Tail onto Mimikyu. That would have allowed Sableye to be the slowest thing on the field, and I would have taken out Mimikyu out the following turn. Nice and easy. Hitting Mimikyu in that first turn would have been a big help as well. But here I decided to go Astral Barrage. Actually, did I go Astral Barrage? Let's go back a little bit. Or did I Protect? I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I send out Calyrex. I've got no other option. So I'm severely behind at this point. I've only taken out one of theirs. They got Trick Room up. And I've got a Calyrex that doesn't want to be going against either Yveltal or Incineroar. So I'm not in the best of spots. So I decided to protect Calyrex and go play rough into the Yveltal, taking a bit of confidence that I'm not going to be knocked out by either of these two Pokemon, because 1, it's a bulky Zacian. 2, Calyrex is a massive threat, but they can deal with it so very quickly with what they've got out. I'll admit, I was actually quite surprised to see Heat Wave. It's just not something that I run on my Yveltal. And I was also very lucky that they missed Zacian. That hit Zacian, it would have been absolutely disastrous that turn. Also, chance of being burnt. So now it's a 2v2. I've gotten rid of their restricted Pokemon that they brought in. They've still got the Incineroar out. So I decided to go Astral Barrage. And I'm trying to weigh up my options for what Zacian should be doing. I got one more turn of Trick Room. I decided to go Sacred Sword into Incineroar. I was busy trying to figure out what does the Regieleki do from here. They're under Trick Room. And that's when I've gone, hold up, they're going to Protect so that they actually end up with the speed advantage. So I go Sacred Sword, and then I get the Astral Barrage off. Them going Protect that turn was the best play that they could have made in that turn. Because Regieleki is the fastest thing on the field outside of Trick Room. Unfortunately, the Incineroar didn't go down. So I try to get a double Protect off here. Because I know if I get a double protect off, I'm in a really good position. And I got it. They electrical web. A little bit annoying, not the end of the world though. I get rid of Incineroar with the Sacred Sword, obviously, and it's just Calyrex and Zacian versus Regieleki. And I'm just going, you know what, there is a chance here. Depending on the item that Regieleki holds, there is a massive chance. So I'm like, now's the time we go hard into this Regieleki. I'm trying to figure out what move's the best move. I'm going, do I go for Play Rough because it's stab? Sure, it's not that most accurate move Zacian has. Do I go Behemoth Blade? It's a bit more powerful, but it's resisted. Do I go Sacred Sword? Just forego stab, it's Regieleki, it's not bulky. Which is what I decided to do. In all fairness, if I went Behemoth Blade, it probably wasn't actually going to change the damage output because of it being a stab move. So there goes Calyrex due to Electro Web. Really smart choice on their part. And then I learned that they have Focus Sash. So I'm now here going, what do I do? What do I do? I could protect, I could attack. What do I get out of protecting? Is it going to save me? And I decide, no, we'll just go for the attack. It's a bulky Zacian. I might survive the turn. And then I didn't. So that was a super duper close game. Quite literally lost by a very good item choice on their part. Gives Regieleki a lot more bulk. The next game. Groudon, Zamazenta, Rotom Heat, Grimmsnarl, Incineroar, and a Porygon 2. Again, it's another Trick Room team. Again, I can't Prankster move onto Incineroar. I also can't Prankster move onto Grimmsnarl. But if that Grimmsnarl has Thunder Wave, it can't Prankster move my Incin, my Sableye, or Thunder Wave Thundurus. So I'm weighing up my options. I'm trying to figure out what do I get out of Incineroar here. The team that I want to... This is a team that I want to try and fix up a bit. It's not perfect, but it does really well. And I'm... Well, face it. I'm taking up way too much time. Trying to figure out what they're going to start with. I'm going, how do I take out Porygon if they lead with Porygon? So I go Thundurus, Zacian, Sableye, and then Calyrex. So I changed it up, put Sableye in the back instead of at the front, because if they start Porygon and something other than Incineroar, then I've got a really good chance of taking this Porygon out before it can get a Trick Room off. And that's what I want to bank on. So they start Zamazenta and Grimmsnarl. Not the best, not the worst, but I've got, in my opinion, a fairly positive matchup. The issue is a possible Thunder Wave onto my Zacian from the Grimmsnarl. Also learnt with how the abilities went off, is that their Zamazenta is faster than my Zacian. My Zacian isn't max speed, it's 169 speed, just faster than a Charizard. So I decided to go Sacred Sword, and I'm pretty sure I went Max Knuckle as well. I think. So they go straight into tricking Thundurus. giving me Iron Ball. Halves my speed, but if I were to go max Lightning, I'm going to get all the benefits of the electric terrain. Annoyingly, if I didn't get tricked, I think I would have taken out Zamazenta that turn. In all fairness, because I would have had a +2 Zacian instead of +1 Zacian. My damage output would have been so much more. At this point, I'm weighing up my options, going, well, I can take out Zamazenta pretty easily, but how do I want to go about it? So I decide that Airstream's the best way to go about it, trying to get my speed back up. And then the Grimmsnarl Thunder Waves, and I'm like, so this Grimmsnarl has 2 forms of speed control, and going by the fact that Zamazenta had Light Screen, I'm thinking that it isn't running Light Screen so that it still has an attacking move. But because of my Zacian being a bulkier variant, I actually manage to very nicely survive the turn. So it's now bye-bye Zamazenta. I've now got a +2 Zacian for attack, and it's +1 for speed while being paralyzed. So I Behemoth Blade the Grimmsnarl. So me going Airstream is boosting my attack up. Me having Thunderous holding Iron Ball is halving my speed and grounding me. Also, if I managed to keep Life Orb, I probably would have taken out Zamazenta that previous turn as well, actually, now I'm thinking about it. Zacian being paralyzed also means that it's at half speed, as well as a 30% chance each turn of being full para. Incineroar comes in and Intimidate happens. So because of Defiance, I actually end up with a +1 Thunderous and a +1 Zacian, both for their attack stats, and they're also at +1 for their speed. So here I'm just trying to figure out how on earth do I win from here. They've got Incineroar, they've got Groudon. And I'm just trying to go, what is my win condition? Who do they Dynamax? I Dynamax Groudon, which I'm pretty sure is what I was hoping that they would Dynamax into, because in the back I've got Pokemon that aren't as strongest into Incineroar, but into Groudon they are. Unfortunately for me, Zacian was fully paralyzed. I did not need that. I tried to get a Protect off, but my Thunderous is still faster than both of their Pokemon combined, and Incineroar holds off because of Focus Sash. I don't think I've ever seen a Focus Sash Incineroar beforehand. Absolutely awesome to see. And Groudon goes for a max play. That works onto Thunderous because of Iron Ball. Without Iron Ball, it wouldn't have worked. But now I know that I've got the faster Pokemon. So, Brick Break, Behemoth Blade. I want to get rid of the Incineroar as quick as possible, and I've got the moments to deal as much damage into Groudon with 2 Pokemon back. They realise, well, I'm not going to win, time to give up. Which leads us now to the third battle. Golurk, I think that's Dragale, correct myself if I'm wrong. Necrozma fused with Solgaleo, can't remember what the form is. Female Venditti, Calyrex Shadow Rider, and a Galarian Slowbro. So this isn't the quickest team. I'm looking at it going, well, Calyrex is pretty quick, but other than that, it looks like a possible Trick Room team. I haven't gone into Golurk or Dragale enough to know. I'm pretty sure that Slowbro can learn Trick Room. I also know that Necrozma tends to like to hold Weakness Policy, just because it's a super good move, a super good item to hold with its ability. How its ability works makes Weakness Policy a very viable item. So, Thundurus, Calyrex, Zacian, and Sableye. I'm mixing up the order again. It's not something I normally do for this team, but I've already done it 2 battles that I'm showing. So if I go Indeedee, Calyrex, Shadow Rider. So immediately I'm going, okay, well, I can't deal any damage with Astral Barrage into their Indeedee. Also, they are going to stop any priority moves if I bring Sableye out. How do I want to go about this? The Indeedee was also part of the reason why I didn't bring Sableye out to begin with. That and Follow Me pressure. So I decided to go Protect. And I want to Airstream the Indeedee. I see Airstream as a very important move at this point, because it's going to give me speed control. Both Thundurus and Calyrex will be at +1, making them both faster than their Calyrex. All the while, I'm protecting my own Calyrex from any damage that I'm going to be taking. Basically, I don't want to be hit by Expanding Force and Astral Barrage from their side. Indeed, it goes for a Follow Me. It was one of the 2 options, or one of the 3 options. They could have gone for Follow Me, Helping Hand, or Expanding Force. And I almost knock out the Indeedee. So close. So close. But at this point, I've got the speed advantage. Calyrex goes to Trick Room. Did not expect to see that at all. It threw me for a loop. I'm going, oh crap, what do I do now? Because I just made my Pokemon faster. Now they have the speed advantage. So if I go for a Helping Hand, which in my opinion is the wrong play because they had a speed advantage. They should have gone Astral Barrage, Expanding Force if they have Expanding Force. Because they would have taken out my Calyrex and they also would have dealt a lot of damage into Thundurus, because Expanding Force in Psychic Terrain hits both opposing Pokemon. It becomes a spread move. And I get Calyrex to go down to its Sash. So while I've got Trick Room up, I am now up 1 Pokemon. Both Calyrexes are down to their Sash. And I send out Regale. If that's how you pronounce it. So I'm trying to line up my options here. I'm going, well, I'm not in a good position for speed. I'd rather try and change that for me. And the best way for me to change that is for me to lose both of my Pokemon. So, Astral Barrage, Max Lightning, just so that I can just get rid of my Pokemon. I don't need them anymore. They've done what they're going to be able to do, because if I were to protect, that's just me wasting out a turn. But it's not out of the question for a good choice of moves. So I've now got Electric Terrain out, which means that my priority moves will actually hit. So I decide to go Zacian, Sableye. Got no other options, it's the only 2 Pokemon I have left. good thing about Zacian into Dragale is that Dragale is Poison and Dragon. They're two typings that don't do very well into Steel and Fairy because Zacian's immune to both of them. I already know that one of the moves that it has, I'm immune to. So, Trick Dragale to me is just a really good option. And I go for Dragon Pulse into Sableye. That gives me so much confidence as to how well I'm going to be able to come out of this. Because I know that my Zacian is slower than a Calyrex, which means in Trick Room, I've got the advantage. And because I got rid of Lagging Tails, Sableye under Trick Room is the fastest thing on the field. And they still haven't Dynamaxed yet. So at this point, I am very fearful of a Dynamax Necrozma. I'm trying to figure out, how do I go into this? Because to me, Necrozma is a Dynamax Pokemon for the team. I'm trying to figure out, well, how do I beat this Necrozma? What do I need to do? So I decided to make a very massive risk. Okay, Dragale is not a problem. I've got it very slow. That's Foul Play, Necrozma. Super duper massive risk. I proc Weakness Policy. They go Earthquake, which was a massive surprise to me. Zacian's at full health. A +2 attack Necrozma wouldn't take out Zacian. So I go Behemoth Blade into it. Hoping that the stab does a lot of damage. Which, lucky for me, it does. Was there a better play? Sure. Like, if I went Will-O-Wisp, that would have been a better play. I would have halved the damage output. I would have had Zacian and Sableye for the next turn. Even me protecting Zacian while making a Will-O-Wisp play would have been a good choice. The only option now is to Dynamax. And I'm trying to figure out what's the last move? I know 3 of their moves. What is their last move? This Dragale has taken a little bit of damage, not a whole lot. But I don't know enough about it. I know 2 of the moves I'm immune to. Also got Protect. That doesn't do damage to me. We'll Behemoth Blade it and take the opportunity while it's Dynamax. Very likely I get a critical hit. I'm not quite sure if I would have taken it out without that crit. So it's a very good win for me. It was one of those things of just position everything properly, plus a little bit of faith in how I've built the Pokemon and how the EVs are set. If that was a max speed, max attack Zacian, it wouldn't have survived. So I go through and I want to find out what the Dragale's last move was. It was Hydro Pump. They were Dynamaxing to get a bit more health, but to guarantee the attack. Alright, pretty sure this is the last battle now. Yeah. Yep. So it's against Regieleki, Venusaur, Zacian, Groudon, Incineroar, and Sableye. So them having Sableye just screams Prankster. Just screams it. Also, that's going to be a super fast Venusaur under the sun. So there's a little bit of a mix of how do I deal with Venusaur, how do I deal with Sableye, basically how do I deal with the team. I'll go with normal 4, Sableye, Thundurus, Zacian, Calyrex, just because so far for the team it is the most consistent for me getting wins. And they start with Zacian and Leki. 2 quite quick Pokemon. So here I am going, well, how do I deal with these two? Straight away I want to Will-O Zacian. Me going Quash on Zacian just postpones the move. It doesn't actually do me a whole lot because it's still going to hit me for as hard as it's going to hit me. I'm pretty sure I went Max Airstream as well into the Regieleki. But if I burn Zacian, I get so much more out of the play because I'm halving its damage output versus postponing the attack. The goal at this point is to limit the Zacian. Because Regieleki isn't bulky, and I know that I've got Calyrex Shadow Rider that can take it out as long as Regieleki isn't Focus Sash. So, they Dynamax Regieleki, obviously I'm Dynamaxing Thundurus. And Zacian goes for a Protect. So here I'm going, well, damn. But it's not the end of the world. They go for a Max Lightning, they're trying to set up the Electric Terrain. And they take Sableye out. Now I'm very much like, damn. I should have either Wash, Regieleki, or better Lagging Tailed it if I even considered a possibility of a Protect. So I'm trying to figure out now, well, what do I go into? Two super strong Pokemon. But I can put a little bit of faith in the fact that Thundurus is faster than their Zacian. I know, Calyrex is faster than their Zacian. So all I gotta contend with is the Regieleki. So Astral Barrage and Max Lightning. Oh, Airstream. I can't remember this battle. Airstream. I want to worry about my speed. I'm pretty sure I picked Airstream just in case Regieleki had like Hyper Beam or some normal type attack, which would be Max Strike. I don't want my speed lowered. And they switch into Incineroar. How happy I was to see Incineroar. Because my not very strong Max Airstream was going to become a heck of a lot stronger into the Incineroar. Straight away I learned that I am faster than the Regieleki. With just one speed boost for Thundurus. Which means that one speed boost for Calyrex is going to make it faster than Regieleki itself. I take out Incineroar straight away. I'm like, heck, I've got this. I've got a Defiant boost. I've now got a Grenade boost. What more do I need? I don't have to worry about Regieleki now. And Regieleki can't even do 50% of health into Calyrex. It can take another Life Orb Max Airstream. It took itself out. It gained an Airstream boost, didn't help it one bit. So if I send out Groudon and Zacian, I've got the speed advantage. As well as I've got a Pokemon that Groudon has to use a Rock type move or a Fire type move, basically anything other than Precipice Blades to hit. So I decide Astral Barrage. Why not? Airstream. Oh, no, Max Knuckle. Probably should be going for Max Lightning. Do I change my mind? I do. Look, I'm a genius. There we go. No, come on me. I should be going for Max Lightning here. I can see what I'm trying to do though. Take out the Groudon. I think I've gone into Groudon, now I'm thinking about it, kind of not exactly in fear of, but weary of the possibility of Assault Vest. Also, me getting my speed up means that if it's Venusaur in the back, I've got enough speed to deal with it. They go Behemoth Blaze. I'm pretty sure they go into Calyrex. They do. That should take out Calyrex. Every time. For now, it's their Zacian versus my Thundurus and my Zacian, plus whoever their fourth Mon is. And I know that I've got speed control. Alright, that was their fourth Mon. Groudon was their fourth, I completely forgot about Incineroar, that's how quickly I took it down. So straight away, from here, it's like, well, Zacian's by itself. I even watched that Incineroar Fames and I forgot about it straight away. So yeah, all four of those battles were really good. That first battle, losing by Focus Sash, just what an awesome item choice to make, just for those clutch moments. But yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, subscribe, check out some of my other videos. This is the first video I've done like this where I'm talking about pre-recorded battles that I've done. And you know what? I've actually found it a lot of fun and gonna make them better. I think that like if I write notes as I go, I'm gonna be able to go, well, I've now got something, like I can now remember why I've written them, for one. But I think that doing videos like this is going to allow me to make better videos than trying to talk and focus on the battling at the same time as my sole form of competitive content. Yeah, I hope you all have a good day, have a good week, good night, whatever it is for you at the moment. And I do have my one-on-one videos coming out for competitive Pokemon guides, I'm just working on them enough so that I can get them rolling out nicely. Aiming for one of those a week once they start. Anyway, see ya.